Enid Blyton. A Faraway Tree Adventure. A color short story illustrated by Alex Patterson. The Land of Enchantments. The World of the Faraway Tree. Moonface lives at the very top. In his house is the start of the slippery slip, a huge slide that curves all the way down inside the trunk of the tree. Silky lives below Moonface. She is the prettiest little fairy you ever did see. Saucepan Man is a funny old thing. His saucepans make lots of noise when they jangle together, so he can't hear very well. The cloud above the tree leads to amazing places. Which land will the children visit this time? Joe, Beth, Franny, Connie. Chapter 1, The Land of Secrets. Connie could not forget the exciting faraway tree and the different lands that came at the top. She asked the others about all the different lands they had been to, and begged them to take her to the next one. "We'll see what Moonface says," said Joe at last. "We don't go to every land, Connie. You wouldn't like to go to the land of Whizabout, for instance, would you? Moonface once went there, and he said he couldn't bear it. Everything went at such a pace, and he was out of breath the whole time." "Well, I think it sounds rather exciting," said Connie, who was intensely curious about everything to do with the different lands. "Oh, Joe, let's find out what land is there next." "I really must go." "All right," said Joe. "We'll ask Mother if we can have a day out tomorrow, and we'll go up the tree if you like. But mind, if there is a horrid land, we're not going. We've had too many narrow escapes now, to risk getting caught somewhere nasty." Mother said they could go up the tree the next day. "Tea'll give you sandwiches, if you like, and you can have lunch in the wood or up the tree, whichever you like," she told them. "Oh, up the tree!" cried Connie. So, when the next day came, she wore old clothes without even being told. She was learning to be sensible at last. They set off soon after breakfast. They hadn't let Silky or Moonface know they were coming, but they felt sure they would be in the tree. Up they climbed. The angry pixie was sitting at his window, which was wide open. He waved to them, and Connie was glad to see he had no ink or water to throw at her. Going up to the Land of Secrets, he shouted to them. "Oh, is the Land of Secrets there?" cried Joe. "It sounds exciting." "What's it like?" "Oh, just secrets," said the angry pixie. "You can usually find out anything you badly want to know." "Tea'd like to know some secrets too," said Connie. "What secrets do you want to know?" asked Joe. "Oh, I'd like to know how much money the old man who lives next door to us at home has got," said Connie. "And I'd like to know what Mrs. Tom's at home has done to make people not speak to her, and—" "What an awful girl you are," said Beth. "Those are other people's secrets, not yours. Fancy wanting to find out other people's secrets." "Yes, it's not nice of you, Connie," said Franny. "Joe, don't let Connie go into the Land of Secrets if that's the kind of thing she wants to find out. She's gone all curious and prying again, like she used to be." Connie was angry. She went red and glared at the others. "Well, don't you want to own no secrets too?" she said. "You said you did." "Yes, but not other people's," said Joe at once. "Tea'd like to know where to find the very first violets, for instance, so that I could surprise Mother on her birthday with a great big bunch. They are her favorite flowers. And I'd like to know the secret of curly hair, so that I could use it on all my dolls," said Beth. "And I'd like to know the secret of growing lettuces with big hearts," said Franny. "Mine never grow nice ones." "What silly secrets," said Connie. They climbed up to Silky's house, but the door was shut. They went up to Moonface, but his door was shut too. The old saucepan man was not about, and neither was What's-his-name. Nobody seemed to be about at all. We might as well go up into the land of secrets and find the others and have our picnic with them, said Franny. They all went up the topmost branch and up the yellow ladder through the hole in the cloud and then into the land of secrets. It was a curious land, quiet, perfectly still, and a sort of twilight hung over it. There was no sun to be seen at all. It feels secret and solemn, said Joe, with a little shiver. I'm not sure if I like it. Come on, said Beth. Let's go and find the others and see how we get to know secrets. They came to a hill, with several colored doors in it, set with sparkling stones that glittered in the curious twilight. They must be the doors of caves, said Joe. Look! There are names on the doors. The children read them. They were peculiar names. Which know a lot, the enchanter wise man, Dame Tell-You-All, Mrs. Hidden. The wizard Tall Hat. They all sound really clever and wise and informed, said Joe. Hello! Here's somebody coming. A tall fairy was coming along, carrying a pair of wings. She stopped and spoke to the children. Do you know where Dame Tell-You-All lives, please? I want to know how to fasten on these wings and fly with them. She lives in that cave, said Beth, pointing to where a door had Dame Tell-You-All painted on it in big letters. Thank you, said the fairy, and rapped sharply on the door. It opened and she went inside. It shut. In about half a minute it opened again, and out came the fairy, this time with the wings on her back. She rose into the air and flew off, waving to the children. The dame's really clever, she cried. I can fly now. Look! This is an exciting place, said Beth. Goodness, the things we could learn. Wish I had a pair of wings. I've a good mind to go and ask Dame Tell-You-All how to get some, and then how to fly with them. Look, said Joe, suddenly. There was Saucepan Man, his pans clashing as usual. Saucepan, where are Silky and Moonface, said Joe. Don't know, said Saucepan, and don't shout at me like that. I haven't seen Silky or Moonface today. Let's have our picnic here, and then go and see if Silky and Moonface have come home, said Joe. Somehow I don't think we'll go about finding out secrets. This land is a bit too mysterious for me. But Connie made up her mind she would find a few secrets. She would have a bit of fun on her own. They all sat down on a flowery bank. It was still twilight, which seemed very odd, as Joe's watch said the time was 12:30 in the middle of the day. As they ate, they watched the different visitors coming and going to the cave on the hillside. The children talked to everyone who passed. It was peculiar, the different secrets that people wanted to know. One grumpy-looking pixie wanted to know the secret of laughter. "Twi never laughed in my life," he told Joe. "And I'd like to. But nothing ever seems funny to me. Perhaps the enchanter wise man can tell me. He's very, very clever." The enchanter plainly knew the secret of laughter because, when the grumpy-looking pixie came out of the cave, he was smiling. He roared with laughter as he passed the picnicking party. "Such a joke," he said to them. "Such a joke." "What was the secret?" asked Connie. "Aw, that's nothing to do with you," said the pixie. "That's my secret, not yours." A very grand fairy came flying down to the hillside. She looked rich and powerful and very beautiful. Connie wondered what secret she had come to find out. It must be a very grand secret indeed. The fairy did not tell the children what she wanted to know. She smiled at them and went to